The air crackles with anticipation. A chill wind whispers through the trees, carrying the scent of fallen leaves. Halloween, a night when the veil between worlds thins and shadows dance with the living. But beneath the surface, something older stirs. Tonight we journey beyond the familiar. We delve into the shadowy realms of Germanic folklore, where echoes of long-forgotten rituals still resonate. Prepare yourself, for we are about to uncover the dark origins of Halloween. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. The Celts had Samhain, but the Germanic tribes held their own chilling beliefs. They spoke of a spectral chase, a hunt led by Odin, the All-Father, his one eye burning with an icy fire. The wild hunt. Imagine a night sky torn asunder by howling winds, thunder cracks, and through the maelstrom rides a procession of ghostly figures. These are not the friendly spirits of our modern Halloween. These are harbingers of fate, and woe betide those who cross their path. These ancient fears did not fade with the coming of Christianity. They lingered, transforming, until they became woven into Halloween itself. The jack-o'-lantern, that grinning symbol of Halloween, finds its origins in the humble turnip. These Rubengeister, or turnip ghosts, were carved with grotesque faces and illuminated from within, their flickering light, a beacon of defiance against the encroaching darkness. Imagine a starless night. The wind howls like a wolf, whipping through the trees. A chill seeps into your bones, and you hear it in the distance, the baying of hounds, the unearthly roar of a hunt. This is the Wild Hunt, a cavalcade of ghostly figures thundering across the sky. At its head rides Odin, the All-Father, his one eye burning with cold fire. He is joined by a fearsome retinue of fallen warriors, lost souls, and spectral creatures of the night. The Wild Hunt was not merely a spectacle, it was a force of nature, a harbinger of chaos and change. Its appearance often coincided with natural disasters, plagues, or war. Faced with such terrifying power, the ancient Germanic people sought ways to appease the Wild Hunt. They knew that direct confrontation was futile, so they turned to more subtle means. On nights when the hunt was said to ride, villagers would bar their doors and shutter their windows. Food and drink were left outside, offerings to sate the spectral riders. It was a time of fear, but also of respect. The Wild Hunt was a terrifying manifestation of the unknown, but it was also a part of the natural order. These offerings were not born of a desire for favor or blessing. They were a form of insurance, a way to placate a power they could not hope to control. The Wild Hunt might seem like a distant myth, a relic of a more superstitious age, but look closer, and you'll see its echoes in the traditions we celebrate today. The practice of leaving out treats on Halloween night, a direct descendant of those ancient offerings meant to appease the Wild Hunt. The costumes, the masks, the playful attempts to frighten and be frightened, all harken back to a time when people disguised themselves to blend in with the spirits. Halloween, for all its modern trappings, still carries within it a whisper of that ancient fear. It is a testament to the enduring power of these ancient beliefs that they continue to resonate with us. While the pumpkin reigns supreme in modern Halloween decor, its reign is a recent phenomenon. Journey back in time and you'll find another, more humble root taking center stage, the turnip. In the heart of Germany, long before pumpkins crossed the Atlantic, people looked to the turnip for protection against the forces of darkness. This was the Rubengeister, the turnip ghost. These were not the friendly faces of grinning pumpkins. These were visages of fear, carved with furrowed brows, gaping mouths, and eyes that seemed to burn with an inner light. Each Rubengeister was a miniature effigy of terror, a talisman against the unknown. The turnips were carefully hollowed, their flesh scraped away to create a thin, translucent shell. As dusk descended and shadows lengthened, the Rubengeister were placed in windows and doorways. These were not mere decorations. They were guardians. their carved grimaces a warning to any malevolent spirits. The belief was that these glowing sentinels could confuse wandering souls, causing them to mistake the carved faces for living beings and turn away. Others believed that the Rubengeister acted as a focal point for fear itself, drawing in negative energy and trapping it within their hollow forms. It is a reminder that Halloween, at its core, is a celebration of survival, a way of facing our fears and emerging on the other side. Today, the Rubengeister may seem like a relic of a bygone era, but look closer and you'll see its legacy lives on. The tradition of carving pumpkins owes a clear debt to its turnip-based predecessor. The impulse is the same, to transform a humble vegetable into a symbol of defiance against the darkness. And while pumpkins may be larger and easier to carve, there is a certain primal appeal to the Rubengeister. It is a story that reminds us that some things, like the need to confront the darkness, are timeless and universal. The Germanic forests held more than just ghostly huntsmen. They whispered of a different kind of beast, one that walked among men yet was not fully of their world. This was the werewolf, the shapeshifter, the man-wolf. He was a creature of duality, caught between the civilized world and the primal instincts that lurked beneath the surface. The full moon was his siren call, pulling at the beast within. When it hung heavy in the night sky, men would whisper warnings and bar their doors. The werewolf embodied the darker impulses that lurked within the human heart. The Germanic people feared more than just beasts. They whispered of women who held power over the natural world, who could heal and curse with equal ease. These were the witches, the wise women, the practitioners of ancient forgotten magic. They gathered in secret, under the cover of darkness, at crossroads and in deep forests. Their rituals were a blend of herbal lore, incantations whispered in forgotten tongues, and a deep understanding of the rhythms of the natural world. Some were healers, using their knowledge to mend broken bodies and soothe troubled minds. Others walked a darker path, using their power to curse enemies or commune with the spirits of the dead. Werewolves, witches, ghostly huntsmen, these were not just figures of myth and legend. They were embodiments of the very real fears that haunted the ancient Germanic people. Fear of the unknown, fear of the wild, fear of the darkness that lay beyond the flickering light of the hearth fire. Halloween, at its core, is a celebration of these fears. It is a night when we confront the things that go bump in the night, when we embrace the shadows and find a thrill in the chill down our spines. We dress as monsters, not to glorify them, but to disarm them, to take away their power through mimicry and play. The monsters have changed over the centuries. The werewolves and witches of old have given way to vampires, zombies, and creatures born of modern anxieties. But the impulse remains the same, to confront our fears, to find a release in the face of the unknown. Halloween is a living holiday, constantly evolving and adapting to reflect the changing fears and anxieties of each new generation. It is a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and our need to find meaning in the shadows. Embrace the darkness, for it is in the shadows that we often find the courage to face our fears and emerge on the other side. The Atlantic Ocean, vast and unforgiving, separated the old world from the new. Yet it could not contain the seeds of tradition carried by those who braved its depths. Among the huddled masses yearning for a new life were those who carried with them the whispers of ancient customs. These immigrants, hailing from Ireland, Scotland, and the German-speaking lands, found themselves thrust together in a new world. Halloween, with its ancient origins and deep-seated traditions, provided a powerful link to their heritage. In the New World, these traditions found fertile ground. As different immigrant groups interacted and intermingled, their Halloween traditions began to blend and evolve. The Celtic festival of Samhain provided a framework for understanding the season. The Germanic traditions added their own unique flavor, infusing the holiday with a darker, more visceral energy. The Pennsylvania Dutch, descendants of German immigrants who settled in Pennsylvania, played a significant role in shaping American Halloween customs. They brought with them a rich tradition of folklore, including tales of the Belsnickel, a mischievous figure who visited children in the weeks leading up to Christmas. The Belsnickel's practice of going door to door, demanding treats and meting out punishments, bears a striking resemblance to the modern practice of trick-or-treating. Imagine a figure emerging from the winter woods, his face obscured by a mask of fur or wood. His clothing is ragged, his demeanor unpredictable. This is the Belsnickel, a figure of both fear and anticipation for children in Pennsylvania Dutch communities. He arrives in the weeks before Christmas, carrying a sack filled with treats for good children and switches for those who have misbehaved. While ostensibly a Christmas tradition, the Belsnickel's practice of going door to door, demanding treats and meting out punishments, resembles trick-or-treating. It is a reminder that Halloween, like many holidays, has evolved and adapted over time, borrowing elements from different cultures and traditions. Section 4. A tapestry of terror weaving together the threads of Halloween. Halloween in America became a tapestry of terror, woven from threads of ancient Celtic and Germanic beliefs, colored by the experiences of immigrants in a new land. It was a time for storytelling, for confronting fears, for reveling in the thrill of the unknown. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, Halloween gradually shed its more overtly religious and superstitious overtones, evolving into a more secular holiday focused on community, costumes, and, of course, candy. But the echoes of those ancient fears, those whispers of the wild hunt, and the watchful gaze of the Rubengeister still lingered beneath the surface. Halloween in America, though transformed, still carries within it the DNA of its Germanic ancestors. It is a testament to the enduring power of tradition and our need to connect with the past, even as we create new meanings and traditions for the present. Section 1. A Transatlantic Echo. Halloween's Return to the Old World. Halloween, once an American tradition, began its journey back to Europe in the late 20th century. Germany, with its ancient folklore, faced a new commercialized Halloween. The reception was mixed, yet many embraced it, finding roots in their own heritage. Costumes, candy, and playful scares became irresistible. Halloween had become a tangible presence in the German autumn. A fusion of frights, embracing the new while honoring the old. Modern Halloween in Germany blends American influences with Germanic traditions. You'll see carved pumpkins, trick-or-treating, and haunted houses, alongside unique customs from Germany's spooky heritage. The Rubengeister carved turnip lanterns predate pumpkins. Many Germans still prefer turnips, linking to their cultural heritage. Children trick-or-treat with both pumpkins and turnips, blending old and new. A legacy etched in shadow, the enduring power of Halloween. From the misty shores of ancient Germany to the bustling streets of modern America, we have peered into the heart of ancient forests, and humble turnips glowed with a defiant light. But one thing remains constant, the enduring power of Halloween. It is a power that transcends borders and generations. Halloween, at its core, is a celebration of duality. Beyond the costumes and candy, a glimpse into the heart of darkness. It's easy to get swept up in the spectacle of modern Halloween, but beneath the surface, something older and wilder stirs. Halloween invites us to remember a time when the world felt less certain, and every shadow held the potential for both wonder and terror. It reconnects us with primal instincts to find comfort in the company of others. Halloween allows us to confront our fears head-on and to emerge a little wiser, aware of the balance within us all. The cycle continues, embracing the shadows year after year. As the leaves turn and the nights grow long, the cycle begins anew. The veil thins, the shadows lengthen, and we find ourselves drawn once more to the allure of Halloween. We carve our pumpkins, don our costumes, and gather to share tales of terror, both ancient and modern. In these moments, we are connected not only to each other, but to generations past, to those who found solace and meaning in the face of the unknown. We honor their traditions, embrace their fears, and keep their stories alive. So, as you step out into the Halloween night, remember that you are not just celebrating a holiday, but participating in a ritual as old as time itself. Embrace the shadows, for they are a part of us all. And never forget the whispered promise of Halloween, that within the darkness, there is also light, and within the cycle of death and decay, there is always the promise of renewal.